again to QOTD, the Question of the Day show, the show that puts you on the air and gives you a chance to win a couple of prizes. So we have been recording the answers to questions all week, and you guys have been sharing yourselves, and you guys have been voting and sending stars to your favorite videos. And now it's time for the big show, where we listen to your favorites, give you guys another chance to vote, and hopefully you can walk away with a couple of cash prizes if you make it to the final round. So that's where we are right now. Trish and Bella and JJ, hi guys.
Hi, happy Friday.
Did you guys have a very happy week?
Yes.
Yeah, no, what? I'm sure that you, like me,
Very nice
spent the holidays listening to good questions and coming up with answers. Right, very holiday-focused thing. No, I'm just kidding.
Weeks were great.
Yeah, no, it really, really was a great week. So, Bella, why don't you tell us about this week's questions?
Yeah, we've got
Is
a
there
lot
a
of good
theme?
things. Not really. It's just kind of nice and wholesome. We've got some questions about gifts, keeping the holiday mood. We have questions about fame and everything else. It's just very lighthearted and wholesome for this week.
Oh,
Easy
makes sense for the holidays.
relaxation after the holidays.
Yeah. Well, since we know where we're going, we might as well just go get there, right? Here comes question number 1.
All right. If you were to own a small business, what would it be? And if you have one, what is it? Hopefully you guys got a lot of business during the holiday season. If you have a small business.
Yeah, well, we could do some snow shoveling, right? Especially up where you live, Trish.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible. Actually, it's 65 today, so.
But I mean, a good chance to make some money if you're an enterprising youth.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's all about passion. I mean, my bit of advice after owning a business for more than a decade would be you got to be passionate about it, because your work becomes your life and your life becomes your work. And if you don't absolutely love it, it's going to be a miserable experience for you. So make sure that you go after something that you really, really are passionate about.
So the lesson is come up with something that you love. Yeah. Well, that's why people get into business, I think.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
If I were to own a small business, it would be a bookstore, because I just love reading books, and working in a bookstore as a small business owner would be a dream come true.
Yeah, and you better love
that's
books if
why
you're getting in the
if I were
bookstore
to own
business now.
Small business, it would be a bookstore.
I question his business acumen.
There will always a small business. I love fashion, so I feel like I would love to have like a little fashion business. Maybe like fashion for babies, because I love little kids. And I would also love to somehow incorporate it being like a dog and cat adoption place where like you can adopt a cat while you're like looking for clothes. Kind of like a cat cafe, I guess. But I feel like that's not really a small business. I feel like that would be more of like a full-time thing, because if there's like live animals, I'd have to be there taking care of them. I mean, I would have workers probably, but yeah.
I like the way she's thinking through all the details. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting yourself
You love
stressed
cats.
already about it.
If I were to own a small business, I think I would let it be a restaurant, so that I can make a lot of good food for everyone to come and eat and enjoy all the wonderful tastes of food.
God, I would love to do that. That's hard work, though.
That is.
I couldn't own a restaurant.
Me either.
It's stressful.
Didn't you own a restaurant, sort of? Aren't you a restaurateur?
I don't own a small business, but if I did, I think I would do a 24-hour fast food restaurant. I would do a menu that consists of boba tea, milkshakes, pizzas, funnel cakes, just kind of a variety of different things. And I think my inspiration for this is I'm a night owl, and I love snacking.
Yeah.
We've got
That
wallets.
sounds like a killer idea.
If I was to own a small business, it would have to be something along the lines of a seafood spot, to serve something very specific, maybe lobster tails or crabs. Why? Seafood is delicious. Everybody loves seafood. It would be booming. I would get to spend my days just fishing, catching stuff, cooking it, and just serving customers.
Nothing but fun.
For me, would be a seafood shack right by the beach.
Tastes like farm to table.
Yeah. There's a pun in there.
So as far as a small business, I actually have one. And I guess you could consider it my dream small business. And it is a mobile notary business. So basically I'm the person that comes out to different nursing homes. I also go to different closings. I come to any and everywhere. If someone isn't mobile or they have a hard time getting appointments at the bank, I'm the person that they call out to their house. So it's a dream business for sure. I started this during COVID and I absolutely love it.
See, that's a brilliant idea.
Absolutely.
Brilliant idea. People don't want to go out. It's like, especially like you got to go find somebody to do your notary. I think that's like somebody who's looking at a bad situation like COVID and like came up with a way to make lemonade.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Very creative. Well, they're all good. Look, so I run a small business, and I know you have too, Trish. It is hard. We all dream about it. See, Hector, congratulations, A. And B, I sort of like his style. He just picked something that he just absolutely loved and that he was willing to get up at 5 a.m. and work, all day and all night to do.
Yeah. And he loves every aspect of it.
Well, I hear you. It's the vertically integrated harvest cook. He's probably going to be, serving it to sea creatures too. It would be like SpongeBob. 7 petty. What are they called? Krabby Patties.
Yeah. That's good.
Good luck with that, Hector. We are rooting for you.
Put that $25 toward your fund. All right. What is the most thoughtful gift you ever received and who was it from? Another good one for the holidays.
Yeah, well, exactly. And this is a good time to think about it. My kids were terrible gift givers. I mean, I love that they were trying and growing and learning, but it's like, looking at it objectively, like that stack of like lollipop sticks that were glued together, it was like not great, but now they're getting really, really good. Like I got some good stuff this year. But still, like, the best gift I ever got was from my wife. So she had this dog and this like cute little puppy, and I was kind of jealous because the dog loved her and she trained it and everything. And then one day, she just gave me the dog, all trained up and ready to roll. It's like the best, and we became best buddies. Me and Osu.
She gave you a dog or the dog?
She gave me the dog.
Oh, wow.
Right? Like the dog who loved her, she like gave me that dog.
This question actually makes me a little bit sad because I've never had a best gift. I've never had a gift. My birthday is sandwiched between Christmas and New Year's Eve. And guess who gets skipped every year? Both ends. Oh, I'll get you something for your birthday. Oh, but not for Christmas.
Yeah, but you get the advantage of being a Sagittarius pair.
Is that good?
Yes.
Yeah.
When I was 3.5 years old, my brother Greg was born, and that was my best half birthday present ever. He still is. That's it.
Guys,
Aw.
he's got his priorities right. Way to go, Ted.
The most thoughtful gift I ever got was from my husband. He made a video of our daughter pretending that she was a student at Hogwarts, and he learned all of these tricks to do with the camera to make it look like she was doing magic, and it was amazing. It's something I still watch every year.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Yeah, some gifts stick around. Like that stupid nutcracker.
The most thoughtful gift that I got is probably my moonstone ring. Look at that. Because my boyfriend gave it to me for Christmas with the intention of possibly proposing in the next year. I mean, who wouldn't be excited about that? Do you like?
I do like.
Moonstone ring.
Moonstone ring. Moonstone ring's not the same as a
So
blueprint.
my favorite gift is the one that's right behind me. It is a hand-carved map from Etsy. My girlfriend gave it to me for our anniversary, and it's the sweetest thing ever. Here's a close-up. You can even see like the little pins on the map. It's just incredible.
The places they visited.
Yeah, and all the places that. And it's
The
like
most thoughtful gift someone's given to me was probably my mom and dad when they gave me my first soccer jersey. That was just awesome, you know, and it started my love for soccer. So yeah.
All right, lifetime love. Well, guys, we have now heard 6 answers to this very interesting question. It's your turn to vote and pick your favorite. There's blue buttons across the bottom of your screen if you're watching it on our site. So just mash one of those buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, corresponding with these people. And if you're watching us on Twitch or YouTube, just, it's cool. But you can flip on over to BeOnTheAir.com if you'd like to vote or record maybe, or send stars. Must be some football fans out there in the audience today.
Yeah.
They are vibing to Beaton's love of football, or soccer as we call it here in the United States for some reason. But that's it, man. Like a lot of the gifts, and what Pear said aside about never getting a gift, everybody else, the gifts weren't just a thing, like they got a race car or something like that, but everyone expressed some kind of thoughtfulness or an understanding of something that they really loved, or something that they would eventually love, kind of a promise of the future. And I think that was all great examples of super thoughtful gifts that a person would really appreciate.
Yeah.
You can learn from this.
And even gifts that you overthink and you're like, oh, I don't know if they'll like this. Even the soccer jersey can seem like just a regular gift, but it means so much to the person.
Yeah. And I got to tell you that the best gift of all is the 5 minutes or the 20 minutes that somebody spent just thinking about you. Not oh my God, where am I going to get that sweater? Just thinking about, Bella, JJ, Trish, Heath.
It's a lovely time of the year. All right. If you got to be a celebrity, what would you like to be famous for? Now we're getting a little more.
Yeah, doesn't everybody want to be famous? I mean, if they don't know any better.
Huh?
I said everybody kind of wants to be famous because they don't know any better. Because I think that's kind of a mixed bag. But so therefore they must think about what they want to be famous for.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the way of going about it is to be underground famous. So for a very specific and niche group of people, you are an icon, because then it's you have to deal with all the eyes on you and stuff. You just have a group of people who will.
Example.
You.
Who? What do you think? Who do you want to be?
Me?
Banksy.
If I became a celebrity and became
you don't
famous,
even have to show your face.
what would I become
and you're
famous
already
for?
an icon.
I would become famous for my animations. Now, I love animation, right? And so I would want to create a show, some movies, and people will love it. They'll get Oscars, Emmys, they'll be all over the place.
Yeah,
it would be the best thing ever. It'll be super popular and it'll be super good too.
I think the world could hear her, but we didn't get her for some reason.
If I got to be a celebrity, it would be I'll be famous for cooking. So a celebrity chef. I love cooking. I love eating and everything about bistro or gastronomy. Going to different restaurants, trying new recipes from all around the world. So definitely a celebrity chef.
if I got to be a celebrity, maybe I'd like to become famous for acting in a movie or being a voice actor. But what I really want to become famous for, if I were to be a celebrity, is that I would be a celebrity who is a good person, who is kind to others, who doesn't exploit others, and is one of those actors where if you meet them at a restaurant or something, they're just a good person and don't, let anything get to their head. I really just want to be someone other people can look up to.
Well, I do know that Rihanna
I'd say
was
being
to be an
a,
animator,
I guess, a
Annabelle wanted
producer
to
for
be a chef,
music, that'd
and
be
Elias
nice
wanted to be known for
to be
something
famous, I
good.
guess, for that. Maybe like, well, not, yeah, like Kanye, I don't know. Except without the crazy, I'd say, but he's awesome. So as far as the music is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Might need an update on that one.
If I got to be a celebrity, I would definitely want to be one of those mid-tier celebrities that did work with period dramas. I geek out on those, like Rain, Bridgerton. Obviously, everyone loves Bridgerton, but I would love to just be like a smaller, still famous actress that gets to wear those gowns and travel and go to these castles, like every girl's dream. So yeah, I'd want to be famous for being able to act.
You're going to need yourself a British accent.
That's right.
True.
I'm an actor, so of course, I will be famous for acting.
Confidence.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, keep an eye on Allie. Well, let's figure it out. Whose celebrity dream is the one that aligns most with yours? Who did you find the most entertaining or inspiring? Rihanna or Allie? I love this idea, and it was kind of like yours of what Sonia was saying, JJ. She wants to be that B-level celebrity, but I want to be somebody who's always seen like in a toga with sandals.
All right, Rex Kwando.
Yeah, your favorite.
Kanye. That might be
without the crazy.
Yeah.
He did say without the crazy, so we got to give him that.
True.
Yeah, that's a good addition right there.
Yeah. Very essential signifier. All right. Next question about fashion. I'm missing something. What fashion trend from the past do you wish would come back?
I love fashion.
This is a good one. I think nowadays anyone can wear anything, but I love that show Rain that Sonia was talking about, and I was actually thinking about this earlier before she mentioned it. But I would love to wear a big extravagant gown, like an old-timey, tailored to me gown. That would be the dream.
Yeah, but like back in the old days, you only get one of those, and you got to wear it every day. Maybe
I'd be
two.
rich in that.
One for sweeping out the chimney,
Not that
the
I
other
think
one-
this is fully gone, but I think Crocs are on the way for a big comeback, and I think they're due for it. I think that Crocs in the early 2000s was maybe one of the best fashion trends ever, and I really hope that we see him come back soon in the 2020s.
I mean, he's very sustainable, of course. He's very wise, but not comfortable.
I would totally like to see Regency era ball gowns and tuxes and tails come back. I think it would be awesome. And I just want to see them walking around town down here in Princeton and getting in and out of their VWs.
Everybody looks awesome when they're wearing a gown or a tuxedo. Just awesome, heroic.
I definitely wish that like neon sweatpants, tracksuits, sweatbands, even like a fanny pack here or there, and like the swooshy material, but it's got to be in neon. Those are like the parties that I look forward to going to the most, where I can deck out in like 80s gear and nobody looks at you funny, but it should definitely come back.
I couldn't agree more. Love neon. Love neon.
Because you're walking around at night. You don't get hit by a car. I hear you.
So I think these are already making a comeback, but anything high-waisted, skirts, pants, shorts, literally anything with tight tops. That is such a good look.
So that's like the, what is that called, Empire style, where it's like...
The trend I wish that would come back from the past was my favorite was Heelys. I used to love Heelys when I was a kid. Every day I used to ride my Heelys from home. I used to fall a lot though. I used to get a lot of injuries, but I wish the Heelys come back.
I had some bad wipeouts on my Heelys.
The fashion trend I would love to see come back are those juicy jumpsuits. You know which ones I'm talking about. The ones that was like the soft, velvety texture with the matching bottoms. Like, who doesn't want to be in loungewear all day? Definitely the jumpsuits, the sweatsuits for our men out there.
No juicy garb for my girls. No way. No way. Well, everybody, it's time to vote. We're gonna go with tuxedos and tails, maybe something kind of 80s, Heelys or Crocs. It's up to you. Send one of these guys to the finals by clicking the blue button on your screen. If you're watching us on Twitch or YouTube, you can pop on over to BeOnTheAir.com in order to register your BOTE.
Let's see. Neon.
Exactly. And maybe a fanny pack.
That's right.
Well,
the 80s.
I know the people have voted, right, for the 80s, but I really like down with this like ball gown tuxedo thing. So you guys know that we're like just shy of 300,000 subscribers now. Like when we get to 1 million, I think that we should have a formal ball.
Oh my gosh.
We should have a ball and like get all tucked up and wear our ball gowns. We got to find an appropriate location so we can, bring along a couple of our special friends.
I would love that.
Yeah.
That's fashion flashback I would like to see.
Agreed.
All right. What is your absolute worst first date story? These are always entertaining.
Oh my gosh. I had the absolute worst first date. It was somebody that I had just recently reconnected with after high school. And they had this club that was like downtown where I live. And they had theme nights. And so Friday or like whatever night was 80s night. So we were going to go to 80s night. And when we got there, we waited in line and everybody was like dressed funky, but not like 80s funky. I couldn't quite get it. And I didn't realize until we came in that 80s night was the night before. And this was S&M night. First date. Swear to God.
You were like way underdressed.
You were not dressed correctly.
No, I would never dress correctly.
That is really, really funny. But maybe this was a first date, right? Maybe it wasn't an accident.
My first worst date would have to be my first time going out with someone I met online. We went to the movies, actually. We talked for like 2 months before we actually went out.
The worst first date I have ever been on wasn't anything like profound or like ridiculously terrible, but it was just a like long drawn out dinner at the Cheesecake Factory, which usually takes a couple of hours, but there were so many awkward silences and pauses. I just couldn't find ways to fill the silence, and there was just like no connection.
Yeah, well,
my worst first day story was when I went to the restaurant, but it was like the wrong restaurant, and so it was very embarrassing for a while, since I waited for a long time before I realized, oh yeah, this is not the place I was supposed to be at. So yeah.
No, so that is embarrassing. That was the date that didn't occur. I wonder if they ever hooked up. I hope so.
Yes.
But yeah.
My worst first date was one that I did not want to happen at all, but the guy showed up to my apartment and knocked on the side of my window after I had canceled. So I awkwardly said hi through the window and went outside and got coffee with him. Never texted him again.
That's
not
scary,
a date.
actually.
Yeah, that's a stalker, not a date. That was terrible.
I kid you not. On one of my first dates, I actually had a guy ask if his mom could come. Seriously.
Yeah.
Let's just say I allowed it, but there was no second date after that.
Oh, I call that a red flag.
God, that's awful.
That's
Okay, this one's really easy. The worst first date I ever had, I went to this Irish pub with this guy who I barely knew. I was 16, and the entire time, for 3 hours, he talked about why he didn't believe in evolution.
Yikes.
And I stayed. I was so brave at 16 for staying. I stayed the entire time. I was just like, this is the worst thing ever. So I'm sorry, Tyler. No second date.
I think that falls under the no politics, no religion first date rule.
Yeah.
That's a clear foul.
Yeah. But better to find out at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that is the purpose of first dates, right? And we had a couple of those. Both Alexis and Bella L were like first dates where they went through the filtering process and came up in negative. So I think that's a positive one, but it's like
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Trying to avoid stalkers. Yeah, I am with you, my people, because Heather's was the worst story I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, that one was bad.
But it's like, why did she take that step out the door?
Yeah, I would have just, I don't know.
I had been really hungry, like super hungry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm broke.
See what you gotta do.
It's great. It's something we can all share because anybody who's had a date has had a first date. And if you had a first date, then you've had a worst date. You know, and I've definitely been there, and everybody has. So this is a good question. It really is.
All right, next one. If you could go on a road trip with any person, living or dead, who would it be?
Good question. Good question. I love a road trip.
I love a road trip. I'm going on a road trip this summer.
Where are you going?
I'm driving my car to school cross country.
Oh my
Right
god,
on.
that's
Yeah, I'm making it a whole trip.
What 4 people you bringing?
Oh, I don't know yet. There's some people in the running, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, if it were up to me, I would take like. There are 2 content creators and 2 drag queens who would make a great foursome for a road trip.
Oh,
So.
fun.
That would be so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, comedy all the way there.
Chaotic.
You always, and you're going to have adventures.
If I could go on a road trip with any person, living or dead, who would it be? Probably Muhammad Ali. And let me go ahead and tell you why. I remember being on YouTube the other day and seeing a video in which a couple met Ali in the Great Wall of China. And I started thinking, how would it be to travel around the world with Ali? I mean, this is just a road trip, but traveling with someone like Muhammad Ali, no one will pick a fight.
Well, it's obvious. He's the greatest.
That's right.
If I'm going on a road trip with someone, I would most definitely go with a person who is worth it, a person who is fun and full of excitements in life, and a person who's ready to go or just go with the flow with everything. So I'm choosing my girlfriend to go with me to a road trip anywhere in the world.
You got the right person with you.
The ultimate relationship test.
If I am to go on a road trip with anyone, that person is definitely going to be my dad. You know why? Because he will be running commentary and telling you stories about every landmark, every spot, every box stop, everything. The man knows quite a lot of places and it's always fun traveling with him.
So sarcasm, right? That
Yeah.
was a sarcastic comment. My kids don't like it so much when I read all the plaques. But Ronnie's like, please, more plaques, more factoids.
If I were to go on a road trip with someone, living or dead, I believe I'll choose someone like Bear Grylls. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's like a outdoor survivalist type of person. And well, I wouldn't say that I don't know much about outdoors, but I've seen plenty videos. But seeing and doing it in real life is two way different things. So I'll probably choose someone with experience, such as Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls, he kind of talked your ear off, though.
For this one, I'd probably pick Kevin Hart, I would say. Road trips get super boring, so we're going to need some good vibes and some good times. And he's always got something funny or something stupid to say, so I'd take him.
That's a good choice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd probably go on a road trip with Kid Laroi. Pretty good rapper, singer. Love his music. We can vibe out. Maybe sing a song together. Without you.
It's a lot of singing. It's a lot of miles. If you're going 3,000 miles and you're going 60 miles an hour, that's 500 hours. That's like a gazillion songs. Guys, it's time to vote. 1 through 6. Mash the blue buttons that are on your screen. If you're watching it on something other than BeOnTheAir.com, you can just pop over there for a quick second in order to register your vote and send one of these guys to the finals. Muhammad Ali, your girlfriend, your dad, Bear Grylls, Kevin Hart, Kid Laroi. Who's it going to be? And the answer is Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
It's an excellent choice.
Do you see those commercials where Kevin Hart's like camping, or he's at like at a cabin with all of his buddies? No? It's anyway, I wanted to be in that cabin. I think that he'd be a perfect companion for a road trip or something like that. Uh-oh. What did those fireworks mean? I think we all know. We have gone through the 6 questions. You guys have voted, and we've got 6 winners. And so now's the time to winnow that down to just one. Best of the best of the best, like in Top Gun. So we're going to go through those 6 people, give a quick recap of each of them, and it'll be time for us to vote for the finals, and then let's reward this person with $100.
Yeah.
If I was to own a small business, it would have to be something along the lines of a seafood spot, you know, to serve something very specific, maybe lobster tails or crabs. Why? Seafood's delicious. Everybody loves seafood. It would be booming. I would get to spend my days just fishing, catching stuff, cooking it, and just serving customers. So for me, it would be a seafood shack right by the beach.
Hedge is describing what would be the dream small business. And that is
the most thoughtful gift someone's given to me was probably my mom and dad when they gave me my first soccer jersey. That was just awesome, you know, and it started my love for soccer. So yeah.
Bean's telling us about the most thoughtful gift he ever received.
I'd say being a producer for music, that'd be nice to be famous, I guess, for that. Maybe like, well, not, yeah, like Kanye, I don't know. Except without the crazy, I'd say, but he's awesome. So as far as the music is concerned.
Yeah, Russell Guano is saying, if he got to be famous, what would he like to be famous for?
I definitely wish that like neon sweatpants, tracksuits, sweatbands, even like a fanny pack here or there, and like the swooshy material, but it's got to be in neon. Those are like the parties that I look forward to going to the most, where I can deck out in like 80s gear and nobody looks at you funny, but it should definitely come back.
Alexis answering the question, what fashion trend would you like to come back?
So I kid you not, on one of my first dates, I actually had a guy ask if his mom could come. Seriously. Let's just say I allowed it, but there was no second date after that.
Heather, telling us about the worst first date that she ever had, or frankly, anybody ever had.
For this one, I'd probably pick Kevin Hart, I would say. Road trips get super boring, so we're going to need some good vibes, some good times. And he's always got something funny or something stupid to say, so I'd take him.
Yeah, who do you think would be the best person to take along on a road trip, say across the country? So now it's time to vote. Which of these answers do you think is the best answer, which inspired, entertained, made you think, or you just agree with a lot? Click one of those blue buttons and let's pick our big prize winner.
These are some good ones.
They're really good. I love this.
I like this group of questions.
Me too.
Good people. Good people came today and they brought it.
And they're going to be rewarded.
One. Well, everybody gets a little something. Hector.
Hector. He can start his fish shack with this new investment.
Congratulations, Hector.
You buy like one of those wooden mallets that you use to crack crabs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta tell you that those seafood places that are right on the beach where they just you sit at a table and they just throw like a tray of crabs and lobster at you.
Yeah.
It is my favorite thing to do. I
What
just
was it?
love it.
Lobster boil? Is that what that
Yeah, exactly. There are some not too far south of us here, but my favorites are when you go up north to like Maine. That's where they really do it right. Maryland, Delaware,
My mom's first job was a fish market.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's a good gig. That's hard work though.
Yeah.
She did not decide to start her own small business, huh?
She should.
Yeah.
I told her she should bring it back.
Yeah. Do you want me to write you a note? Because I applaud that.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, it has been a great week. We had 6 super questions and a gazillion great answers, and you guys picked your favorites, and we gave that guy a little something, but it's really only sort of kind of about the prizes. It's mostly about what we can share together, and I hope that you guys decide to click the big orange button, share a little bit of yourselves to this week's questions. Speaking of which, Bella, it's New Year's this week. Do we have like holiday appropriate stuff?
Well, you know that I'm so good at queuing this up every single week.
I know.
Hold on.
You're like, be prepared.
Yeah. I'll have to say, hold on.
I recall that there was something. So I'm going to just, you take a second. We're going to go back to like who we want on our road trip while you go when you find this week's questions.
Okay.
All right. JJ, who are you taking on your road trip?
Well, funny you should ask.
Yeah. No, I'm just giving you subliminal messages about who you should bring. But go on. Tell us what you really think.
Oh, well, I think 3 of them are like a little close to me on this internet connection right now. In fact, I think you could say they're on this call right now.
Wow.
You're the best. You're the best. But I liked your first answer too. Trish.
Okay, here's the specifics. Who are these internet personas?
Trish, who are you taking on your road trip?
I'm definitely taking probably. Wait, does it have to be famous? Was the question famous?
No, just what 4 people?
Oh man, I would take my brother and his best friend, and my best friend Tracy, because we are the funniest.
It sounds like trouble.
The most fun.
It sounds like a lot of trouble.
It would be a lot of good trouble. Yes.
Bella.
Fun trouble.
Yeah.
Tell us about next week's questions.
I finally got it. And I could have guessed this. It's perfect for the new year. It is, what bucket list item will you complete this year? What is your New Year's resolution?
I like that a lot. Well, I'm going to answer because that's obviously the year comes around. We got to be thinking about like all the awful things that we did last year and then pushing them out of the way, thinking about the wonderful things that we're going to do this year. So look for me online. and look for the rest of these clowns. For everybody else who's watching, thank you so much for watching us. Thank you for voting, recording, sharing, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody on TV. See you around.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.